2, 3, 4.
The world was so big, and I was so small. Your voice was always the loudest of all.
One, two, three. Team.
Yeah. Man,
How about
we're
team on 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Team.
5 teams.
Times.
Yeah,
With me.
that's a pretty good try. Let's go ahead and get this started. Welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike Minisode. To my right, Mr. Daniel Tamburoni.
Tamborelli.
Oh,
actually.
sorry. And that's Mr. Michael Mamama. Nope, that's Michael Marona, and with a C in the middle.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And my name's Jeremy. What's up, everybody? How's life? What's the haps? Welcome.
We're here.
Yeah,
What,
We're here.
Tell me what's happening.
well, a lot of things in the news. Caught a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun to watch yesterday.
You did?
No, Patton Oswald's deceased former wife did. It sounds
Did
like.
a lot of the grunt work.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw it on there, but yeah, they found a guy. They rooted around his trash. They had a DNA sample from way back in the 70s, and it matched.
I wonder if they root around your trash, what they might find, Jeremy.
Well, let's see. Seltzer bottles.
You bought a lot of
Lots
seltzer bottles.
Yeah.
We decided to toss Jeremy's bags, as it were, and we came up with a lot of seltzer bottles. You know what you would find? My Carrageenan consumption has been too high.
What?
Too high.
Carrageenan.
Carrageenan is an element in seaweed.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a seaweed extract that you use to emulsify and thicken
Gotcha.
sauces and ice cream specifically. My Carrageenan is coming from one source, and that is an ice cream company from Vermont.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
Ben and Jerry's.
Right.
So
You're a
eating
Ben and
too
Jerry's
I
guy.
promise I wouldn't.
This
I
is
promised I wouldn't.
this is a revelation.
What? I
didn't-
sometimes
didn't know
get
that
the-
Jeremy that Michael eats Ben and Jerry's.
What do you mean? Like people eat ice cream? It's just like
I don't do
shouldn't-
that.
I think that's a pretty good brand to eat, right?
Yeah, except
You
it
know, like
has.
a Talenti brand.
Except it has.
Except it
Oh,
has
it's disgusting.
Talenti.
Except it has carrageenan in it, which we really don't need in our lives.
Speaking of ice cream, I have this thing, and I've been dating my girlfriend about 7 months now, and she's found out that if we have a weekend or a couple days that we hang out and we go out and buy food and we buy ice cream of any kind,
It will not survive.
it will not be there when she gets there the next time. Which is a bit of a point of
Oh,
contention.
your girlfriend
Thought she was gonna kill me
your
one
girlfriend is learning
Because
ice
she's a-
cream permanence
Yes,
with you.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the first step, man.
Is it?
Then,
Well-
then she's gonna move in.
Well, you never know.
It happens, and then she's
Yeah.
gonna eat
Yeah,
your,
but
and
we
then
need
she's
this
gonna eat.
podcast
I know.
studio,
We
okay?
can't
So
give up
she
the-
can't
she
move
can't have
in.
this
Then
room.
she's gonna eat
Here.
your pot brownies and
No.
call an ambulance.
Oh, wow,
and
yeah, I
all
remember that
What
story
a
from way
callback.
back.
What a callback.
But yeah,
Speaking
so
of callbacks,
All together now.
I didn't get one for that.
Oh, for the
Xbox.
beer commercial.
sorry
Oh,
about
for the Xbox, the
Yeah, I'm sorry,
PS360 that you read.
Sorry, guys. But here's some news.
okay.
Mike sounds like he's sick.
Uh-huh,
It sounds like he got the sweaty Comic-Con nerd flu.
Yes, as Dan and I were upstate this past weekend in lovely Poughkeepsie, New York, we surveyed.
We just lost Poughkeepsie.
We love Dutchess
We have anybody
County.
left?
We love
No,
Dutchess
no.
County. We really do. We love all the. We love
Yeah.
the Taconic Parkway, except for one stretch of it, which can eat poop.
Wow.
Okay.
I did okay. I drove him back and forth. I don't know what he's complaining about the roads for. He didn't have to do shit.
Oh, there's just a road sign on one part of the Taconic. It's not anything to do with your driving.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's
road signs can
That
make it.
that
can-
you
can
gave the
really
middle
make-
finger to, and that I did too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember.
yeah. No, it's fine. You can
So-
say that. It's the
So my
Donald
boy-
J. Trump baloney
State
he
park.
bought a state park. Cool.
So
Good
my-
job for him.
Yeah.
That was a Matt Damon movie, right? We bought a state park. When Dan picked me up, it was Friday night, and the weekend was bursting with potential. And when Dan dropped me off, it was Sunday night, and I was
Tired.
a carrier of germs, apparently.
Well, when you don't use hand sanitizer the
Oh,
way
I
you
did
should,
though. I did. What do you mean the way you should? Because
you know.
I put it everywhere. I put it behind my ears. I put it in my pits. I don't just use it. I don't just use the hands. You know what I
Wow.
mean, Jeremy?
I know what you mean. But maybe you should be a little more.
I mean,
Okay,
I feel like I touched as many sweaties as you did.
Do you know? Yeah, but you've been eating more vegetables.
That is true.
Do you know that I used a hand sanitizer dispenser in a bathroom today, and then tried to wash my hands and was confused as to why there was no suds, and repeated the process before realizing that it was hand
it smells more like rubbing alcohol now. It's weird.
It was
Weird
hand sanitizer
smelling.
and not soap, and then
That
rectified
happens.
my mistake.
Oh, so maybe he's just not able to, you put too much.
I've been woozy
Too
lately.
much of one thing
Yeah?
isn't
Yeah.
good either.
Yeah, I've been woozy.
I got a little dizzy yesterday.
You got dizzy?
Yeah, just a little dizzy spell. I don't think I've been eating well. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah, damn, maybe
working
I
at
got
the
sick.
moment.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
I know
I got
you're not
sick
eating well.
pre-wet.
You're not drinking well either. You're drinking, it's
Chardonnay.
straight up chocolate milk with coffee in it every
Who-
day.
Okay,
Who,
let's
Jeremy?
do this right now.
Did you bust
Let's
him?
do this right now.
Someone's
Let's
been
do this right
busted.
now. So I have a mocha or two.
You have a mocha?
Habit. Somebody's
Yeah.
got a mocha
So I
habit.
It's
do-
not two. I've seen.
Some
I've
days
been
I
here.
do 3, depending on the day.
Okay.
But the average is 2.
Okay,
Okay.
So
can I have a sidebar sidebar?
after or before?
right now?
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor. Did you pick up this habit working on set and being able to get, the proper coffee with chocolate syrup?
No, but I did bring it to that, and then they finally got chocolate syrup just for me and another person.
Okay, go
Yeah.
right ahead.
So Danny has been on a health kick for the last 2 years, something like that. And
No, not a lot of Carrageenan I noticed in his
have you tested him?
intake.
No, he hasn't tested me.
Let me stick him.
I'm not someone who's. I'm not preachy about
No,
it.
but you are. There are things like. See, I've been a vegetarian for 20 years almost, if not more. So
Yeah.
there are these things that
What about the shock-
5 years ago you would have been like,
Apart from the shock bacon. Every
Like
so
what
often.
though? What, let's
Okay.
just because I'm eating vegetables.
Okay,
now,
let's do this
and you
right
ate
now.
them 20 years ago.
Okay,
and
here's-
I've been
here's-
eating meat. I don't ever go, man. I love these vegetables.
No,
Jeremy,
but you
should
have.
really. No, I'm just.
here's what you have done. Here's what you have done. You've done things like, oh, you have regular milk. You don't have almond milk. You know we're not supposed to drink milk from cows.
I'm not. I never said that.
You
like
did
that.
say that.
Not like that.
You say human beings aren't supposed to drink cow milk.
Yeah, and I believe that.
Wait, was he
and
preach-
that's not
was he
because it's 2
preachy?
years of me doing
But I mean,
that. I
that's-
haven't really drank milk since I was like,
Yeah.
a little kid. I've
Sorry,
like,
point of order. Dan, what do you have with peanut butter and fluff sandwiches?
I don't eat those.
What?
I eat a peanut butter sandwich,
So what do you have with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
bread.
A glass of water?
I don't
what do you
know.
It
drink?
doesn't
I
do the
don't
milk.
drink milk, dude.
But
don't
I'm saying,
do it.
what do you drink with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Water? Seltzer?
Probably. Water.
Give me a
Whatever's
Oh my
around.
god, that sounds like
Sorry,
like when you got arrested and you didn't have ID. That's what you're fucking eating.
Well,
bro.
my
No, I just don't.
That's what
That's
you're
not
eating.
that's not a 2-year-old thing. That's not me being like,
no, but that
why do you have that? Well, you shouldn't do it. It's just like, yeah, I mean, like now there's
Yeah.
the ability that you can go to the store and get like almond milk and other
Yes.
things that replace that. But I don't ever give you shit for it.
And
It's
your
not
pod-
about
it wasn't
milk.
a shit thing.
and your podcasting partner can tease you
It's
for it at this point.
it's the Hershey syrup consumption.
there is corn syrup in there,
What's
which
the
is,
ratio?
I don't like.
What's-
But
how much Hershey syrup goes into each mocha?
probably 2 to 3
Thimblefuls?
tablespoons.
tablespoons. That's what I'm saying.
Tablespoon.
Yeah, at least
You
2
go through.
tablespoons.
So you go through
the
a
listener-
bottle.
Listen, my grandpa
For the
was
listener,
a Hershey's
Danny-
guy.
Yeah,
I'm keeping the
sure.
legacy
It
going.
I don't care if it's Hershey's or Bosco or whatever the fuck it
Bosco.
is.
Or Alaska?
I don't care what it is.
For the healthy ones.
I don't. It doesn't bother me at all. I just known you for a long time, and I know that that
I guess my
you and the sugar thing is not
Yes.
always the best thing
Yeah.
for you. And so when I see you drinking a couple of them a day and like being all jittery and shit,
I'm not
And
jittery.
getting
Yep.
hella work done.
Please.
Thank you.
Getting
hella work done. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, what's the problem?
My point in saying that though was there are things in your life now that mirror mine 10 years ago when I was like in the midst of vegetarianism. Things like nutritional yeast, things like
sure,
Yeah.
And I'm not.
But so I'm just saying there's a weird parallel though, and sometimes like things like milk where you're like, no, I don't drink it because it's from a cow. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I talked about this like 10 years ago, but
Look,
There's
and I
not-
eat cheese, and that comes
Yeah.
from cow's milk. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I don't go out
You
of my
shouldn't
way
drink
to drink
milk,
just milk.
unless it's been curdled properly.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm not trying to to be holier than thou, and I know we had that
yeah.
talk about why I
You're trying to be smellier than thou.
regular milk, but I mean I haven't.
Yeah.
Since I was like go 20 years.
What do you have
back.
with birthday cake?
I'll eat birthday cake, man.
Just no milk. I don't
Just
drink
no
milk with things
Dude,
like
it's
that.
Just
So
I don't
Yeah.
think that's
And I
weird
will-
at all.
Okay,
I
coffee.
I
What do
don't
you
think
drink
it's
what do you
weird. I
drink
don't
with
drink coffee.
That's my man. I don't drink
I'm
coffee.
not touching you because
either.
you're sick, man. 9 days to go before I
Oh,
get
right,
married, man.
right.
I'm not
Speaking
trying
of,
to
yeah.
get sick.
And that was kind of I was leading up to that because a lot of that is thanks
We
to
haven't
Kate.
had the 2-year engagement, by the way.
Yeah?
This is not,
What is that,
I'm
a
saying this is
traditional you're
not-
supposed
no,
to
I'm
have?
saying no. You know, like she made me eat better, and because we're getting married, it didn't take that long.
No. She made you eat
No,
better
but-
because you're going to spend the rest of your lives together.
Yeah, but we didn't know that when we first started. I knew it, but I'm sure she did too.
Oh, you knew it, and you sure she did too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had,
I'm,
I had to wait for the right time.
Taking
It
notes.
wasn't a-
Taking notes for my impromptu, unscripted speech at the wedding. Nobody wanted.
You're gonna have fun. It's gonna be really fun.
I can't wait. Yeah. But
Okay, for
yeah,
the
you're,
listener-
I wrote my vows while doing laundry. That's
interesting.
how I did it.
Did you use regular water or did you use distilled water?
I used regular water.
Did you use the house
That's
blend?
fucked up of you.
What for doing my laundry?
For
Did
the
you
earth,
did you use
man.
the house blend?
Did
at,
you use
I used the
cold
house
water?
blend. Yeah,
the good
I went
detergent.
I went to Clean and Green.
For the listener, for the adherents and enjoyers of Brett Davis's The Podcast
Oh,
for
yeah.
Laundry will
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what we're talking about.
That's a crossover. But yeah. So did
Yeah.
you use cold? Because that's better for the earth.
No, I did warm.
No, you can't do warm
Really?
ever.
I
Really?
throw everything in there and warm.
Oh, speaking of, I
No.
forgot to bring
Why?
over my tux today. I was going to bring my tux over here and try it on in front
Oh.
of you guys.
Yeah,
That's bad luck, though, right?
My suit coat didn't.
No,
fit
I
either.
don't think that's. I don't think that's.
No,
you
he
didn't
saw
come
me.
yet. Your shoe coat didn't
No,
come
but
yet.
it
My
might be up
pants
there.
came.
Oh, they did. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Did,
Do they
wait,
work?
wait. Your pants came.
Yeah, I got.
What do
I
they
had
need
to
you
get-
for then?
because
If
they
your
were,
pants can come,
They were too big. It's a good problem to have, bro.
let's take them in.
I know I can't take them in. They're a rental tux, Mike.
But why can't you take them in?
You could take them in.
You could
They'll
take 'em
pay
in.
you $15 towards any tailoring.
Alterations.
So you just go to
Is that true?
any sort of laundry
Take them
place that
in
has
if you want
tailoring.
to. You can get your seat reduced, and you
I
can
already
get
got
your pants taken
Does it
in
fit
and
great?
your cuff.
Yeah, if it's nice.
They will
Okay.
fit your
Yeah.
boots.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, but if your sleeves are down to here or something, they'll fix that for you.
Yeah, no, my sleeves are fine.
So I
There's
had-
a little bunchy up
I had
top,
G-
but everything will be on. So
I had.
doesn't
Speaking of
matter.
the sleeves being over, I had G over the other day, and I got him in Dad's sneakers for the first time.
Wow, that's a what's he wearing? A Carhartt hat?
Yeah,
He's
Oh
ready
my
to
God,
ready to
it's
light
a
little stinking
Michael.
hipster.
for the
He looks like.
I got him clomping around
maybe
in
hold that
Dad's
up to the
sneakers for the first
video
put it
for
in
the
the
our
video.
Patreon subscribers. This is a video episode.
Oh,
You can
that's
go
right.
to where'd you go if you
Patreon.com.
.com/
Danny,
and
Mike.
with the
with the Anspo.
I'm gonna stop saying that because it's ridiculous.
I don't care. So you're a week out from your wedding this
And
weekend.
9
we go.
days out.
another picture of me with
9
my
days
son.
out. We will
Gremlin
put up pictures
Yeah.
from Hudson Valley Comic Con because we had some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9 days. So
In a row?
no, not 9 days in a row, Michael.
So
You were going in two different places.
You're gonna
Someone's
be
asking about the
fasting?
wedding. You're
Right.
talking about Hudson Valley Comic Con. We're looking at pictures and a podcast. Let's regroup. How about
so
that? How about
you're
let's-
fasting?
Let's just regroup.
You're fasting for the next 9 days before you get married.
No, I'm not fasting, but I
Why
did a
not?
juice
I
day
think you
yesterday.
could get some cool.
you did a juice.
You could have some
We've been
cool
doing-
visions.
The idea was that we were going to do a full-on cleanse, and I said that it was a bad idea because the last day of the juice cleanse would be the day before we went to this Comic-Con last week. And I said to her, I was like, look, I'm doing this Comic-Con convention, and the last thing in the world I want is to shit my pants in front of a bunch of sweaties. Like, I don't want to do that.
I'm sure
have-
there's something else that was the last thing you wanted to do, but maybe it might
No,
be the
I
last
mean,
thing
that's
you
a
wanted
pretty.
to do that
That's
weekend.
a pretty. No. I just shitting your pants in general is a bad idea, or sharding. Any of that stuff is not on the high
I
priority
think
list.
you didn't you
of things
introduce
to
me.
do.
You introduced me to the phrase "gambled and lost," right?
Gambled and lost or fumbled.
That was you. No, I never heard fumbled, and I never need to. Gambled and lost was
Yeah,
plenty. Was plenty for
fumble is actually a way better term. It's like you fumbled on that
me.
play.
Oh, I don't know. That
Here's
could
my
mean so many
question.
things.
Would you rather, since you have a problem pooping?
Would
in
you
public,
rather?
Would you rather
Yeah.
poop your pants at a Comic Con where you're a guest,
It's time to
or
play. It's time to play.
take a dump in a public bathroom without a door?
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Okay. Parks department, public park.
No, I was thinking Comic-Con, but
Yeah, at
just without a
Comic-Con,
door.
if I shit my pants sitting at the table,
or
or I have to poop in a public bathroom that
you
has
have the choice
no
to do
door.
either of those.
I think I would say, can I pick for him? I
Yeah.
think shit in a public bathroom because
Right.
otherwise I have to suffer through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he shits himself at a...
Well, if you're
Yeah.
putting your own
Comic-Con.
personal spin on it, then I would prefer to shit my pants
Of
at the
course,
table.
so everybody
you
gets to
can-
share it. Yes, we're like brothers who share everything. The proceeds, the highs, the lows. We don't, we don't
Hey,
get...
we shared a Twinkie. They had a cornhole competition.
Yeah,
actually, and I won a
it turns
Twinkie.
out-
and we
It turns out
shared
my
it
left-handed
together.
fake TV brother is a real ringer. in cornhole. He cleaned the Ghostbusters clocks,
I did.
and we took several snack cakes to the hole.
We took home 2 Twinkies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't make it home, but
I
Yeah.
ate half of it, and that was
the other
that
half
was
he
the
put
other
in-
thing. I was like, I'm
he
not
put in
going
a
to be
time
able to eat
capsule.
well at this thing, no matter what.
So we ain't cleansing.
And also, I wanted to take them to Quinns, this bar in Beacon. That's really great. That has delicious Japanese.
Yeah, we had
Right.
some good
Shout
ramen.
out to Quinns.
We had some good ramen.
Yeah, real good ramen. It's
George
incredible.
knew Ray Roy, who's a guy that I work
Right.
with in the union, and is a Dutchess County guy who
Mhm.
has tried to get us up there to Quinns to do his open mic or his drunken karaoke.
Yeah, which
For
I
the Danny
I
and Mike
always
show.
have no problem
So
going
we'll,
up there. 'Cause the Jounce plays up there a bunch.
We'll
and
give Ray
Hudson
Roy a
Valley?
shout out and see if we can't do that, which
Yeah.
would be fun.
we
We met some nice people.
so the guy that does these cons for us, this guy Ryan, he was there with us doing what you do, Jeremy, when he can't come.
Uh-huh.
Absorbing my
Just like-
abuse.
Yes.
Taking a lot of the abuse and handling the money. And
But neither very well.
no, you're much better at it because you actually,
Well, I
you
love
stay
you
at the
guys.
table and you
Maybe he
care.
didn't love you. That was the
He's like talking to people and
We
like,
didn't
people
screw
are
his
like,
foot to the ground.
You don't want to be like,
Like
hey, it's going to be $50 for that package deal that you got. We want Ryan to say that because it's,
the super combo.
yeah.
right.
Sometimes
right.
we call it the happy.
But so he was getting a lot of shit from Mike this weekend, so I decided to jump in as well.
with the shit giving.
So when we were at Quinns, we parked in a place, and I was like kind of worried that it wasn't a good place to park. 'Cause
I
didn't
thought
really
we
see
should
a
have parked
sign.
in front of the post office personally.
Right. Well, we did
On the main street
We
in
parked
Beacon,
on
New
the
York.
side road,
Okay.
and I went to the bathroom, and then I went out the back door, and I moved the car to the back parking lot,
Mm.
and then we had dinner and a couple drinks and just hanging out for a while. And
The trap
our
was
buddy,
set.
yeah, the trap was set. Our buddy Carl,
Arnheider,
Arnheider.
friend of the pod.
friend of the podcast,
Shout out to,
he came out
Fencing Carl.
and hung out with us, which was a lot of fun. And he was hip to what had happened. He was the only one I told. So Mike even also was unaware. So when we go to walk out, we turn the corner and bam, I start acting. Oh my God. No. Car.
Wow.
Where's
Oh
the
man, the
car?
car's gone,
The
dude.
car was parked right here.
And just as a precursor to this, when Jounce played there at the beginning of March, it had snowed a bunch, but the roads were clear, but there were these signs that said no parking, snow removal, and I thought they were from the day before because there was no snow to move.
The snow had been removed.
And while we were playing, cops came in and like said that we were going to get our car towed. So I was like, "Oh, thanks for giving us a heads up. I got a $100 ticket.
Here's
on
a
my-
button. Here's a
bu-
black t-shirt.
here's a Beacon piece of paper with a bunch of information on it. It was a $100 ticket that when we got back from tour, I paid a day late and it turned into a $200 ticket,
That shit is
which
the
really
worst.
sucked.
That's
So
a magical
so
ticket.
Jounce paid $100 and then I personally paid $100 because it was my my biff.
It's kind of like the Jones paid for 16 days of the ticket, and then you paid for 15
Yeah,
days of
exactly.
the ticket.
So,
Could have been worse.
but I had told him this and I was like pissed off about it. So I
Right.
kind of like set the mood for
Right.
like this to be like a real problem. So I was like really like I can't fucking believe.
And then we
this
came
shit.
around the
Like,
corner, and the car wasn't there.
no car. Like I'm like freaking out.
Mm.
Ryan runs across the street. There's a pizza place, and he's like, did anybody see a car get towed? And he was like,
I
a car
needed
get
him-
towed on that side? He's
I
like, nah,
needed
man,
him to
never.
call-
That's good parking. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, somebody stole my car. And I go around the corner and I can't hold anymore. I just start laughing.
I wanted him to call the police.
I like that.
His dad is a cop.
Yeah.
His dad is a cop
Okay.
in Poughkeepsie or Newburgh. I think he's a Newburgh police officer. And well, also when we walked in on Saturday, we had just partake in. And we walk in and like immediately he's like, "Oh, it smells like you guys are having fun." And I was like, "Oh, I know you're a police officer. Damn it." He's just fucking with us.
He couldn't operate though on the turf field. He had to wait till we got off the field. That's a rule.
But he was gonna call his dad,
right?
And then that would have been a bigger issue,
Yeah,
and a bigger deal.
Yeah.
And he was gonna. Then he decided that he wanted to have his dad come in and like take Ryan out in like cuffs, or like someone from his police department being like he filed
it's an
a
intricate
false report.
Yeah.
But then the lady who runs our company, or their company, who puts us on these shows, was like, "Yeah, it's really great to see one of our agents getting taken out in handcuffs at a con. Like, don't fucking do that."
Is that what happened?
Yeah, he got reamed out for even thinking about it.
Wow.
But it would have been really funny.
You
and
could
it would
get
have
in
got
trouble
me.
for thinking,
Yeah,
Not
you can get in
this-
trouble for thinking.
but no photos appeared, is what you're
climate.
saying.
So the thing that I caught from that was that you said I rounded the corner and it was at Danny time, magic time, which just meant you were about to get a guy arrested. That's the
bad.
moral of the story. Yeah.
That is bad.
Yeah.
Well, if he had called the cops and filed, and,
Right.
and said that the car had been stolen, and then I just not,
Yeah.
then he filed a false police report, which is
That'd be problematic.
You can get in trouble
Yeah.
for that.
Unfair.
So what else did I miss? Did you guys eat well? Did you drink well? I usually try to.
Yeah, no, just we went to Quinns. That was where the eating and drinking took place.
Nice.
And the eating at the con was filled with they had a massive like 6-foot sub, but they didn't have an actual knife to cut it. They had butter knives. So
Does,
you're like trying to cut through this thing. It's like 6-7 inches high.
Does
You're just like chomping
Caitlin
away.
listen to the pod?
Yeah, she listens. I told her, man. I said
So
that
she
was
knows-
part of it too. I
so
was like,
she
I'm
knows
not going to
about-
be able to eat well.
That's the thing
at this
about that.
con.
She knows you had part of a 6-foot sub.
She knows I have part of a 6-foot
Because I took a
sub.
video-
She know that I
took a video of you, and you said, if you send this video to my fiance,
I'm going to beat the shit out of you.
Wow.
That's
He
what I
threatened
said.
me with physical
I
assault.
did, because
for
he was doing
operating
it
on
on
the
had to-
First Amendment.
because
He
he
had to
was
lay the
doing it.
ground
No, he
work
was
there.
doing it on purpose. First, he took a picture of me eating something else that was unhealthy, and then another
deleted
thing, and
that.
he was like, "Oh, I'm going to send it to Kate."
I
And then I
deleted
saw
that.
that he took a video. And that's like, you're trying to start shit. Like, if you send that to my lady, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And I said, and then there was a lady across the table, and she looked at me, and I looked at Mike, and I said, "No, I mean it. I'm going to beat the shit out of you."
and she didn't even give us a knife to
didn't
cut the
get up,
sandwich.
she
No,
didn't,
she
no.
didn't do anything.
Yeah. So he cut it with a plastic piece of plasticware.
Wow. And that's the
But I did it. I did
Yeah,
it.
that's a
Because
big
it was-
problem at
it was
those
lunch.
cons.
But
is
he
that for
didn't
you
beat the
guys,
shit out of me.
Just being
wouldn't.
around is
What,
that
so
eating
much
is
food?
hard. It's hard to eat and schedule
Yeah.
to eat and
Oh,
still
yeah.
be a
Yeah, I ended up eating chicken fingers and fries on Sunday. And
Hey.
really, really fell off the wagon.
No, dude, that's what your audience eats. You know what I mean? You got to get in touch with your audience.
Well, you got really in touch with your audience because you're sick.
I didn't get as much in touch with my audience as you thought I might have, considering what went down with Wonder Woman at the booth.
Well, look, man. Here I was being a good fake TV brother.
Okay.
He thinks he was wingmanning.
I was wingmanning. There was this Wonder Woman lady that came up and she was like, she said hello to me and she says, "Excuse me, I just need to tell you that I had a huge crush on you, Michael C." And then like
She gave Dan the Heisman.
She gave me,
She
she
got the-
definitely
he
gave me
got
the
the
Heisman.
Heisman
And
at
I
that
wasn't
point.
even like, I was just saying hello. She was up at the table, but she was wearing a very
Good.
very good costume of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
To which she said that she would only wear this outfit when she wasn't around her kid. So it was scantily
Wow,
clad
okay.
Wonder Woman is who it was.
Lifelike.
Right. So,
Movie realistic.
but I could see that they were talking and she was being very nice to him and sort of fluffing him up.
And I started
Mike
blushing.
turned the reddest red I've never seen Mike like that.
I started drinking
I've
Beats.
never seen you like that.
I started
It was
drinking
just
Beats
like-
this past week.
He was just
juicing.
like really, really red in the
That's
face.
what the red
and like
was.
saying thank you and like, "Oh, thank you," some blah blah blah, and like I could tell that there was like this like awkward moment of like, she definitely wanted to like get his number, so I wrote Mike's number down on the back of because I give away Jounce download cards so
Okay.
people can listen.
So she gets some free music.
Doubled up.
So she got some free music, and I wrote Mike's phone number on the back of it, and I'm holding it there, and like Ryan's like, "You should just give it to her," and I was like, "I'm not doing that. Like this is on Mike."
Yeah.
So I I slip it to Mike under the table, and he's just like holding on to it. So the ball is in his court. Whether he chooses to give or not to give, I've made it easier for him by just being able to, like, you know, just hand off.
I did the work for you.
Just hand off. And he did it. And, you know, then she asked me for another download card, and I was like, lady, I'm not making a download card.
She gave me her phone number and then said, wait, are you married? And
she did.
And without hesitation, I replied, separated. And, you know, without blinking or lying or looking away, maintained eye contact.
She said that Mike was the reason why she liked redheads and married one and then divorced one.
Wow.
That's where we were. That's where we were at. These are the two mountains that we were at.
What I thought of when he got all red was Mike. I don't know if you know this, but when Mike gets very severe compliments, he goes into full Braveheart mode, and he just starts putting beet juice on his face and yelling.
And what, blaming the Jews for all the wars? And
no, let's not go that far. I was thinking
Mel
Thank you for your compliments.
Fuck Mel Gibson. I've never seen Braveheart.
How's that guy still working?
I've never seen Braveheart. I
don't see him working too.
I've seen Lethal
put his hand up
Weapon.
some woman's shirt, and this guy is.
I've seen Lethal Weapon too, but I prefer Predator 2, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure how that got there.
Because Danny Glover.
Okay.
Guys.
But we were talking about Mel Gibson, who was not in Predator 2.
No, we're talking about Danny Glover. That's why I prefer Predator 2.
Now we're talking about Danny Glover. Before we were talking about.
Yeah, you segued in your mind, but you didn't say it out loud.
Actually, the two of you are slow.
That is true. I will admit to that. Sometimes we need a moment.
Thank you.
Well, that sounds fun. You guys, so you any good?
I didn't get sick from that because nothing happened.
Wait, maybe I know what you got sick from then.
Nice try.
No. Just probably just some light texting that probably died off by Monday.
Yeah. Well, it's a good weekend.
Did it? No?
There was nothing.
Oh, there was just
nothing happened.
She was supposed to come to Quinns, but didn't show up, and that was the beginning of the end of that
Whoa.
relationship.
Yeah. Quinns was a big meeting spot, it sounds like.
It was. I made it a meat spot, even though it was like 25 minutes from where we were staying.
You could have your
craft.
I
don't care. I know this place.
Your craft beer and your Japanese.
There was a place
noodles.
I was going to say this before. This is completely, it has nothing to do with anything.
Oh my God. Hold on. We forgot like one of the coolest things that happened.
Did you meet
Ty Mac?
Nick Drake's
No.
ghost?
Ty Mac.
Ty Mac. Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon.
Oh, right.
Was our neighbor.
We went to go get breakfast on Sunday, but they didn't really have breakfast out, and he was bummed and wanted to go get food, so I got him in the car.
And this lady who looked like Frau Blucher showed up right at the end with like a plate of meat and was like, "You're not going to stay for breakfast? I just made these muffins for you."
And I was like, "I don't eat meat muffins."
And we
man.
ran to the
meat muffins, man.
We ran to the car away from these people.
But so we get in the car and we just, I never really talked to him or met him at all. And then he's just letting me drive him around in my car. And he was super rad, really cool dude. And we're going to try to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we had fun.
Because he had some real good stories. But he's talking on the phone to the Red Ranger.
From the Power?
From the Power Ranger.
Variety?
So it was just like a moment where I'm driving and he's on the phone being like, "Hey, bro, there was no," like, whatever, just like talking about what had happened.
They're talking con talk.
Right.
Con talk.
Right.
And, I just thought it was
a cool story,
It was just a funny thing that I was like, oh, this is, Bruce Leroy talking to a Power Ranger in the car with Danny and Mike.
We had a good diner breakfast with him, and Dan got something called. Say it.
Oh my God!
I
got a quesadilla that was called the Healthy Spinach Quesadilla or something like that.
Okay.
And what did I get?
You got a short stack of
Blood
pancakes.
No, I got the Magilla pancakes
Whatever that
with
is.
pecans and pecans and bananas.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys did good.
Yeah. Ty-Mac got some toast that he didn't eat, and I went back and ate
You
his
went
toast.
back and ate it.
Wow.
And then he went back and ate it after that. He was like, "Man, I have to have that toast now too."
I think you guys
Good guy.
come leaps and bounds since pizza at the Sheraton Hotel or whatever that was.
Huh?
I don't know. We did a con.
The pizza at the Chiller Theater, yeah. The Chiller Theater is great. Their
we were
pizza's
asked. We were asked several times about Chiller if we were going to go again.
Yeah.
Love to. Sounds like fun.
maybe in October.
Yeah.
Maybe in October.
Right.
Dye my hair, put
Mhm.
on makeup, hope to die.
Well, that's well. He's taking lyrics
Maybe
from
in October.
Clara's song. What's waiting for October?
yeah.
Cross my fingers, cross my heart, and hope to die. Anyway,
Anywho.
let's leave on that. Let's leave on that.
Yeah,
That's
before we do though, I do want to say there will be an announcement coming soon about a network. We're going to join a network.
A
We're not going to
brand
say
new
which one, but
hosting opportunity.
also we're going to have a lot more merch. So we're on the case about getting some some all new stuff. So that'll be available at live shows,
So
at
stay tuned.
Yeah,
Comic Cons.
go to DannyandMike.com.
website. Yep,
you,
there
the
you go.
audience, have asked for it, and we, the purveyors, have produced it.
That's right.
Merch.
That's right.
Or whatever else you want.
That is right. So check that out, DannyandMike.com. Also check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/DannyandMike with the N spelled out. There you can get live episode videos, a back catalog of awesome things like, pieces of
There's some
literature
cool
from their
Pete and
childhood.
Pete memorabilia
Yeah.
up there.
Aren't there foil wrapped 1990s?
You can make some sweet potato smashies.
unopened
Nickelodeon Magazine
foil
episode
packs.
1.
Yep.
The middle spread, yep. So anyway, a lot of good things on there. I am at Remy Balin. I also have another podcast called Fresh Beef you could check out. This is at D Tamborelli or at Danny Tamborelli on Instagram.
That's right.
That is at Michael C. Morona on the tweets. No Instagram for him because he
Does
doesn't.
not
Mark
belong.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah. But anyway, check us out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Bye. The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin. For more information on the guys, visit our website at DannyandMike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the N spelled out, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.